Okay, so everybody should be back and hopefully still be muted and still with us. I know that I've gotten some messages. Some folks had to jump off. They had appointments that they had to get to. So just to round out this, this training, here again is the SPARK goals to set your career on fire. You have 10 contacts a day to add to command, 10 conversations a day, 10 handwritten note cards sent out to the people that you did speak with, and then preview 10 homes per week. I think everybody's pretty clear on that, right? All right, so we're going to talk a little bit about scripts, and then Paula and I are going to do some scripts together, just so you can kind of hear how some of the language goes. So it's really important to learn and internalize and personalize scripts. Why do you think it would be important to do that? You can put your answers in the chat box.
Hey, Heidi, I just jumped back on for my other Zoom, and I just wanted to mention something really quickly, if that's okay.
Sure.
So I just got a message in the chat, and somebody text messaged a bunch of their friends about needing to help 16 families in the next year, and they're all on it for her. So that is so exciting to hear. And if you guys are waiting to use that script, use it. It works, and it helps your mindset to know that you're helping people. So I just had to share. Sorry.
Yeah, no, don't be sorry. That's fabulous. So you see, folks, it does work.
Ovi, I wonder if she picked 16 because you said it, or because she knows that's the graduation number that Gary says you don't have to come back to Ignite after that, right? She gets to teach it after that. I mean, I know personally, if you run the math for our market center, we're 463 in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. It's about 10-ish deals to get you to capper status. So, 16 is a great number to strive for. But again, back to Bovie's point, like, I want to help 16 families. Who do you know that I can help? That's awesome.
Yeah. And Jen, you said she texted 16 friends of hers. Do you know if it was, we have some asking if it's,
she just said a bunch. She said she texted a bunch of her friends, okay. And she used the script of, she was helping 16 families.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. All right. So yeah, we're getting some really good comments in the chat box about why it's important to learn and internalize and personalize scripts. Anthony says, so you don't sound like a chat bot. I like that one. To make the scripts be natural, sound like a natural conversation. And the more you know the script, the less it sounds pre-written, and you should make it sound like your own. And once you practice the scripts enough, they become natural and less script-like. And all of this is true, absolutely. So with scripts, it sounds, in the beginning, it sounds really, really funny. And a lot of my agents will say to me, well, I don't speak that way. And that's great. I understand that. And I tell them, you need to learn to internalize this script. So you know the anatomy. There's an anatomy to a script. In certain scripts, you are looking for certain information. And we're going to talk about that a little bit. So this is why it's important to internalize the script the way it is written, because it's already got that anatomy broken down. So with scripts, you do it and you lead generate. You uncover the person that you're speaking with, their motivation. You can identify any objections that they have, close deals, build confidence, and speak in the terms that customers or clients will understand. All right, so yeah, I knew my dog would eventually bark. So we are going to go into some script practice with Paula and I. And in the toolkit, you're going to see that Paula and I, let me just share this again. We are working on this script here. This is in the Spark script book, which is in your toolkit, which is on the Facebook page, the Ignite Facebook page. There is a link in units for it. And Paula and I are working on New to Keller Williams. Okay. All right. So, yeah, you ready, Paula?
I'm ready.
All right, you want to be the agent, or do you want to be the person receiving the phone call?
I'll be the agent.
You're up.
Ring, ring.
Hello.
Hey, Heidi. This is Paula Welch. How are you?
Good. How are you, Paula?
I'm good. Do you have a moment?
I do.
Okay, so how's your family doing?
Oh, we're doing pretty good. Thanks. How's yours?
Really good, thanks. Yep, kids went off to college and my daughter's doing remote learning, so it's going to be a little chaotic in the house, but things are going well.
Good.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you still working at Apple?
Yeah, I am. Doing a little hybrid, little from home, little in the office.
That's cool. And you're enjoying that?
I am, yes.
Yeah, that's good. Are you still teaching yoga and enjoying, all your healthy lifestyle that you've been so great at?
Yes, and I'm cooking pumpkin cupcakes with spiced cream cheese frosting too.
That sounds really good, at least for the soul, right?
Right.
Hey, did you ever pursue your coaching business for health and wellness?
I'm still in the process of doing that. Things are a little crazy right now with work, so I'm working on it in small pieces at a time.
Oh, good for you. Make sure you keep me posted on that, because
I
I
will.
can definitely share your business with a lot of my friends.
Thank you.
Help you out with that for sure.
Awesome.
Yeah, I want to share something with you. Some exciting news.
Oh, good. Okay.
My real estate business over to Keller Williams Realty, and just because my company name has changed, the level of service I offer to my clients hasn't. So my clients will continue to get all my enthusiasm and hard work, and as you already know, I'll do whatever it takes to help people. So can I count on you to help me grow my business?
Absolutely.
Thanks. I appreciate that. And I'd like to share my free real estate app with you. It's really easy to check what's for sale and for what price on your street, in your neighborhood, or any place in the United States and Canada. I can send you a text with a link. Does that sound great?
Sure.
Thanks. I also want to offer a real estate update on your neighborhood. So you can also add additional neighborhoods that you can be interested in. You'll understand it when you see it. You can customize how often you receive that update. All I need is your current address and email, and you'll start receiving it right away. Do you mind sharing that with me?
No, that's fine.
Awesome, thanks. Blah, 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 blah. I'm building my business on people I know and the people that they know. So do you know of anyone from work or maybe your neighborhood or a group you belong to that's thinking of buying, selling, or investing in real estate?
One of my yoga customers had mentioned that she was thinking about selling recently. I don't know if she has a realtor though.
I would love to be a resource for them. Do you mind sharing her name and phone number with me or email so I can contact her?
I can do that, or I can even check and see if she's found somebody and maybe make like a introduction to you.
Oh my gosh, that'd be so great, Heidi. I really appreciate it. And if you don't mind doing me another favor, if you hear of anyone else with a real estate need, will you just please keep me in mind?
Oh, of course.
Thank you so much. And you know what? Also, if you don't mind, let me know how you like my app and the neighborhood updates that I send to you. I want to make sure that they're giving you some value.
I will do that. I'll play around with it this afternoon.
Great, Heidi. Thanks so much for your time and your help. And when you get that yoga business going, please make sure to reach out to me because I want to help you build your business as well.
Thanks, Paul. It was great talking to you.
You too. All right, so that was our new to Keller Williams speech, our script.
So there are several scripts in this Spark script book. You have remind them that you're in real estate. So for those of you who have made some of these lead generation calls before, this is the script that you would be using. I want you to notice that all of these scripts start out with that forward, that, how's the family, how's the occupation, recreation, and what's going on in your life that your dreams or desires that you are pursuing. And it's really important to be able to start off that conversation with something that speaks to them first.
Mm-hmm.
So I see in the comments that they want you to be a little tougher, Heidi, with your responses. And I'll tell you, most of these calls right now are, who are you talking to?
Your sphere.
Your people that know, love, and trust you already. So they're not going to give you a hard time. They might question you, be like, hey, are you reading a script? Or, hey, that doesn't typically sound like you. And you know what? I would use that. I'd be like, you know what? You got me. I am really practicing to make sure that I'm the best professional I could be. So I am using some scripts that are intended and do help professionals grow their businesses. So I'm sorry if it came off that way, and thank you for letting me do it on you.
Absolutely.
I would just use it.
Yeah, and one of the funny things is I'll have some agents that will start out and they will say, you know what, this doesn't sound like me at all. I think I'm going to be calling my mother or my sister. So I'm going to let her know that, hey, I'm practicing a script. And you know what? That's okay. Have fun with it. So the reason that Paula and I are not getting tougher on this is because these are scripts that you're calling the people that are not going to hopefully rake you over the coals, unless if I called my brother, he would rake me over the coals. But that's the relationship we have. These are the people that are going to want to hear what you have to say and hopefully give you honest feedback on what you're saying. And you can practice with them with sending the app out and having them play around with that as well.
Heidi, I would argue too, if you wanted to gamify it, one of the first scripts they give us in bold is, hey, I'm in a great class and we're having a contest to see how many contacts we can make, you know, or pieces of business. So even if you gamify it and you tell the people that you know and love and trust, to Bovie's point, that, hey, I'm part, you know, we've broken into groups here at the office and we're looking to find out, you know, which team can help the most families today. Do you know anyone that we could help? Right? Or just even gamify that. You know, hey, and if you want to stay in integrity, don't lie and say your phone blew up. But the easy thing to do right now, push it back on Texas. Hey, my company just developed brand new software, and one of the pieces of information we never usually required as a real estate agent was your physical address. And I'm just calling to find out, Jen, do you guys still live at 123 Main Street, or have you moved? Right? And above and beyond that, you know, I'm looking to clarify that I have everything up to date, because as you guys move forward, I'd love to be the agent of choice in your life and have that honest conversation and just say, I'm moving everything over to this new resource. You do it when your phone blows up. Well, let's just pretend E-Edge blew up. Thank God she blew up. You know, and we're moving over to Command, and you're moving all your contact information in this so you can be of better service. As Heidi said, I want to serve you better. This is a resource that can do that. And I'm not sure I have all your information perfectly clear. I just, you know, wanted to confirm that. And that's not the opening salvo in the conversation. Like, hey, Heidi, haven't talked to you since 1974. Can I get your physical address? Like, that's not going to go well, right? You know, to Jen's point, though, we are talking to the people that we know and love and trust, or even transacted with, right? So if this is somebody you sold a home to in the last few years, you've already done business with them. So you're just circling the wagons, letting them know, hey, I'm in a great company. We've got great tech and we're improving on that. And some of my resources I've got some blanks here I want to fill in. Do you have a few minutes to help me with that? And they're going to say yes. And if they don't say yes, they're not having a great day, and that's okay. You can swing back on that. But if we open and we got to spend a little bit of time, this is where the high D's are going to struggle. You got to spend a little bit of time laying the groundwork and nurturing the conversation. And I would argue that maybe it's not even on the first call. If you haven't talked to them since 1974, you don't open with all that. You open you're just rebuilding the bridge of conversation again to nurture it back, because we know it's somewhere between the 7th and 20th conversation. And if you don't like those metrics, welcome to real estate. We have to tell everybody in our life 7 times we're in real estate before they forget. Somewhere between the 7th and 20th conversation is typically when people remember us and become transactional. You know, so we've got to be okay with the long game, and that's what this is all about. Yeah,
definitely. So, so there are in the Spark script book, there are several different scripts that you can work from. There's this one on page 4, which is the new to real estate. So for those of you who are brand spanking new to real estate, this might be the one that you want to cut your teeth on here. For those of you that are new to Keller Williams, maybe you're with another company and you have transferred over to Keller Williams, then this one on page 5 would work for you. And then for those of you who have been in real estate for a little while and the people already know you, that you're in real estate. This is just a reminder to remind them that you're in real estate. So all of these have roughly the same type of anatomy to the script. It's about checking on them. How are they doing with their family? It's about telling them that you're growing your real estate business, asking if you can share your app with them, offering to set them up on a neighborhood smart plan in Command, and then asking if they know of anybody that may have a real estate need that you could help them with. So there are 5 parts to these scripts, and that's the anatomy of these scripts. So what I am going to do, you will find these script books again. It's in the Ignite Facebook page. It's in the Ignite Toolkit, and it's called Spark Script Book. All right, so we're going to give this a shot. We're going to look at breaking you into breakout rooms. We're going to see how this goes. If it doesn't, you'll all be here, and we'll just go through some more scripts. So let's see. You should receive a something to click on to take you into your breakout room. So look for it on your screen. You may have to move things around. And then click on it to join the breakout room. And that's okay if you can't join a breakout room if you're someplace that you're not able to, that's fine. They're going to be in a breakout room practicing scripts, and I think we could probably go over some here. Becca, are you in a breakout room? Okay. You have to, again, you might have to move some things around on your desktop to find the invite. Just speak up if you aren't able to get into your room. Okay, so those of you that are still in the main session, did you choose not to go into a breakout room, or were you not able to get into one? Who can talk to me?
My person was not on the other side.
Your person?
Oh, you have to be a
Yeah.
little patient. Yeah, sometimes it takes a while for the
Oh.
other people to pop in.
There was-
Okay.
There were a few people I got connected, but they didn't know what we're doing there.
You're doing script practice.
Okay.
We told you to pull up the Spark script book from the toolkit, and you guys are going over the different scripts that we showed you. You're doing script practice.
Okay.
No one was talking in mine.
So should we leave this meeting?
Well, that's why I had assigned you into the breakout rooms. Yes, you leave this meeting and you go into the breakout room and you start doing script practice.
Heidi, I'm gonna go check on the breakout room I was assigned to. I'll be right back.
Okay.
How do we get from here to breakout room? From
Kate,
here.
it should have popped up on your screen that you
It
were.
did. It
Okay.
did, but I got kind of kicked
All right.
out by
I'm going to
probably.
assign you to another one, okay?
All right.
All right, so we're going to put you in that one.
Hi, Heidi. This is Kimberly. Can you assign me to one too? Because I got kicked out.
Oh, yes, absolutely. There you go. Okay. Who else wants to be assigned to a breakout room that is here? So when you do get assigned, you have to look for that invite, and you have to click on that to accept it.
There was nobody in my breakout room.
Oh, well, that was kind of ridiculous.
I was in one and then nobody was talking, so then I just came back here, and then I joined it again because there's an option. There's a button to say join, and then no one was there.
Huh. All right, so I'm trying to find you on my list here.
I should be David Benner. If
Well, this is the first time having so many people in a Zoom and trying to assign them to breakout rooms, so we knew that there might be some issues.
yeah, no problem.
Jerome?
Hey Heidi, yeah, I was in a breakout room, but it just had user, and it was a blank screen.
Okay, so nobody was in your room?
No.
Okay, so I guess I don't need all of those rooms. And I can't, I'd have to either close them all or not close any. So I can't do that. Mandy, yeah, I'm trying to find one for you right now, but I got to find your name on here. And did you say your name? Mandy, there you are.
Mandy Baldwin, yeah.
Yeah, now I just got to find you on my list. Well, this might be a moot point because we're going to be pulling you out of your breakout room shortly.
Well, we were supposed to go over the scripts in the breakout room. Is that what?
Yes, yeah,
Okay,
it was
yeah.
doing script practice.
Okay.
So you know what? Let's just do some here. How's that?
Okay.
Sounds good.
I love technology. Like I said, this is the largest group we've ever had here. So assigning them to the breakout rooms, it was supposed to be 5 or 6 people in each room. And
Heidi, this is Kim. I'm sorry, this is Kimberly again. The breakout room that you assigned me in, there's no one there. Yeah, I'm the only one in that breakout room right now.
All right, I'm going to fix this. I'm going to assign you to the first one. I know there are people there. I'm looking at their names.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm having an issue with mine too. I went in a room and I was in there with several people, and then they all left, and then I was alone.
Okay. All right.
And my front camera is not working with Zoom for some reason, so I can't get it to work.
Okay. All right, so I guess we're going to have to figure out how to do script practice with 200 and something people. So for those of us that are here, I'm not going to worry about the rest of the breakout rooms. For those of us that are here, who wants to do a script practice with me? Who's going to be the first one that'll do a script practice with me?
I'll do one.
And who is that? D. Dave, right?
I think it'll say D's. I think that's what it's. That's like my iPhone name.
Okay. And your real name is David?
Yes, it's David.
Okay, David. All right.
I just need to get the script.
Yeah, so all of you should have the script book. Did anybody have a problem finding the script book on the Ignite Facebook page?
I had problem. When I went in, I looked at the Facebook page and it had Spark 1, Spark 2, Spark 3. And then I wasn't able to, I went through all of it and couldn't, then I started to get a little discouraged.
Okay, all right. I don't have Erin here to be able to help me with it, but I will ask her when she gets back. And that you're Nancy, correct?
Yes.
Okay, Nancy. Well, we don't want you to get discouraged at all. So these things do happen the first class. Like Jen said, we're going to have some bumps here. So no worries about that. We'll be able to help you. All right, David, do you have the script?
I'm on the Facebook page now looking for it. Would it be under like photos or anything? Is there
No,
photos?
it should be in units, and it's titled Ignite Toolkit.
Okay. It should be in where again?
Unit.
Unit, you said?
Yes.
Unit.
So when you go to unit, there's only, there's no toolkit. It's just Spark, like unit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right, I'll have to ask Erin how she set it up. All right, so what I'm going to do at this point is I'm just going to share my screen, okay? So y'all can at least see the script book. All right, David, are you new to real estate?
Yeah, this is like my first Ignite. This is,
okay.
I'm very new.
All right, this is the script you're going to be using with me, okay? New to real estate.
Okay.
All right. So I'm the person you're calling.
Okay. Beep, beep. That's me calling. Hello, this is David. How you doing?
Good. How are you, David?
I'm good. I was just wondering if you had some time to talk today.
I do.
Oh, that's perfect. I was just wondering, how's your family been and everything?
We're doing good, David.
Oh, that's good. How are the kids?
Great.
Good.
Stop looking up. Follow what's on your screen.
Okay. I didn't know if I should like add on to the first question. Then go to the next thing.
Don't reinvent the wheel. Just follow what's on the screen right now.
Okay. Are you still doing the job waitressing?
Yes, I am. I'm loving it.
Oh, that's good. Are you enjoying it?
I am. And I'm enjoying doing a lot of baking as well.
Oh, okay. Good. What are you into baking?
Cupcakes.
Oh, great. I would love to try some of your cupcakes sometime. Did you ever pursue the dream of being a cook at a 5-star restaurant? Did you ever?
No, I definitely decided I don't want to do that.
Oh, really? Well, maybe maybe I could share this. All right, I'm sorry. I blew it, didn't I?
And that's okay. This is why I love script practice. I absolutely love this, because this is where you get a chance to do things that make you uncomfortable in a really safe environment where nobody is going to be picking on you or laughing at you. The same thing when you're making phone calls to the people you know. All right, we're hoping that they're not going to be berating you or something like that, because these are the people that know you. So
Yeah.
let's start over with this, and I'm going to call you. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Perfect.
Ring, ring.
Hello?
Hi, David. How are you? It's Heidi.
I'm doing great. How are you doing, Heidi?
I'm doing great. Do you have a couple of minutes to chat?
Yeah, I got plenty of time.
Awesome. Hi, hey, I just want to ask, how's the family doing?
We're doing good. My my sister's about to graduate college. Brother's looking into getting a house. Everything's doing good.
Good. Glad to hear it. Now, are you still working at the auto mechanic shop?
Yeah, I actually am. Been here
Good.
for a little bit.
Good. So you're still having your full-time job? You didn't get laid off or anything?
No, everything's good.
Awesome.
An
Okay.
essential business, so.
Awesome. And are you still enjoying skiing? Are you looking forward to skiing this winter?
Yeah, I'm very excited. I might try snowboarding too.
Oh, cool. Cool. I have a question. Did you ever get your real estate license? I know you were looking to maybe, get your real estate license.
Yeah, I've been working on the exam, haven't passed it yet, but I'm still trying and studying and everything. So I'm still
Okay.
going.
Awesome. All right. So David, the reason that I'm calling is I wanted to let you know that I'm actually a new real estate agent, and I signed on with Keller Williams. And I thought, thanks. I thought because we knew each other that you might be somebody that would help me grow my business.
Yes, definitely.
Great, especially since you know my track record, and I have a very high commitment to wanting to do the best for all of my clients, even when it comes to waitressing. I don't want there to be any sort of mistakes with their orders.
Okay.
So what I'd like to do, if it's all right, is share my real estate app with you. And it's really, really easy to check what's for sale and at what price on your street, in your neighborhood, or in any part of the country, in the US or Canada. It's a really cool app. Can I send you a text with the link in it?
Yeah, send it.
Thanks.
I'm ready for it.
Thank you. I'd also like to offer a real estate update on the neighborhood that you live in. You can also add different neighborhoods. So for instance, if you were looking to move across town and you wanted to see what the houses were priced at there, you could very easily look and check that out. You can even customize it to receive any sort of updates that you want in any area in the country. All I need is your current email address, and I can set you up on that right away. Would I be able to get that?
Yeah, you can take it.
Great. So David, I just want to let you know that I'm building my business on people that I know and the people that they know. So do you happen to know of anybody at, the auto mechanic shop, or your neighbors, or even your family? I think you mentioned your brother, that's thinking of buying or selling or investing in real estate this next couple of months?
My brother's the only person I know right now, but I can ask around and put your name out there for you.
That
Definitely.
would be really, really great. I would really appreciate that. And what I'd like to know is if it's possible, when you come across somebody like your brother, if you could maybe get their information, their cell phone number, their email address, because it's my job as an agent to reach out to them and see if I can offer my services to them. So would that be okay to get their information and give it to me?
Yeah, I'll ask them, and if they're fine with it, I'll definitely give them your information.
Great. And if they are uncomfortable with giving information out to a stranger, maybe you could give them my information. They could reach out to me.
Yeah, no doubt.
Okay. All right, David. Well, hey, thanks a lot. It was great speaking with you. I'm glad things are going well. And, you know, maybe we can grab a coffee or a glass of wine soon.
Sounds good. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right.
All right. So that's pretty much the way the script ends up going. We don't want you to go off-roading too much. And it's fine making mistakes. You're going to do that anyway. It's all about practicing, feeling comfortable, laughing even at the mistakes that you make, because we're all human. Things happen. We're not comfortable. You should have seen the first week that I was in Ignite back in 2012. The first person I called was my mother. Talk about being safe. I wanted to really be safe and make sure nobody laughed at me. Guess what my mother did? She laughed at me. My own mother laughed at me. So what I'm doing right now is I'm pulling everybody out of the breakout rooms and they're coming back in here. Anybody have any feedbacks or comments on that script?
I thought it was great. My partner and I we went back and forth. We each had a different level of script that we were working with. So I thought it was great. I enjoyed it. We learned a lot about each other.
Awesome. That's great. That's fabulous. All right. So everybody, I believe, has been pulled back into the main room. Can somebody, can others share what their experience was? I know that we had some glitches going on with Zoom, and I do apologize for that. Still trying to figure out a way to get everybody into a breakout room that actually has people in it. I know some of the rooms were empty. But for those of you that were able to get into a room, what were your thoughts? I'm hearing it was fun to practice. I'm hearing it was awkward. Yes, it is awkward. Awkward can be good.
Heidi.
Yes.
So we ended up, I actually wasn't in the room when you gave us the directions. So I have to say that we ended up in a room, and what we really did was we tackled sort of the idea of the limiting beliefs around the scripts. We talked about where to find them, how to build a habit around practicing them and learning them, and what that might look like so that we can get over the awkwardness and feeling uncomfortable. And then we did a little bit of script practice at the end. Jackie was awesome. And he and I ran a little bit of a script that he would be doing with some friends as they're finishing college. So he was sort of crafting a script for himself that would be perfect for his sphere. So I think that was, we took what we've talked about all morning and started to craft how it would work for ourselves in our individual businesses.
Thanks, Erin. Yeah, I know that some people did not get the message that you were being put into the breakout room to practice the scripts. I do apologize that I thought I had said it enough times, but you know, as Tim would say, I'm falling on my Nerf sword if I didn't say it or didn't say it enough. And I do apologize again that some of the rooms did not necessarily work, but for those of you that it did work, I'm hearing some really, really great feedback from. Erin, some of the questions that we did have for those that I was in the main room with is they couldn't find the toolkit in the Facebook page. They were going into the units and they were looking, and they could find where the units for Spark and Ignite. I mean,
it's like way down the bottom.
There's a unit called, yeah, there's a unit called Toolkit. And in the toolkit at the bottom, I think, and I can reorder it, but there's the script book for Spark, and then there's a second script book for Elementals. So the script book for Spark is for the first 2 weeks, and the Elementals is our second half of, and again, you can find this stuff on KWU. The other one thing I just wanted to point out, because it came up in our group, and we have so many of us in this group, if you are not yet licensed, depending on the rules in your state, if you're in New Hampshire, you're not allowed to solicit any business as a realtor. So, be aware of the laws in your state. If you have not taken your test and you are not a licensed realtor yet, please be aware that you may not be okay to cold call your friends looking for business. So,
and I agree with you, Erin.
Out there.
Erin, thank you for mentioning that. I agree. Massachusetts is the same way. And usually if people here are waiting to take their test, because as we all know, the test centers are backed up everywhere. What I've been suggesting is you just call and say, hey, I was just checking in. You know, I realize I actually don't have your email address. Can I grab that from you, like in a conversation? So you're not asking for real estate business. You're just asking for contact information to start to build that up.
Absolutely. I want to get back to that, Lorna, 1 second. Just to let everyone know, Jen Bovey did put the Ignite Spark script book in the chat. So for those of you that, if you want to open up your chat message, you should be able to see it there as well, and you can download it. Lorna, getting back to, and Erin, getting back to that about unlicensed agents. What is your thought about an unlicensed agent saying that they are in pre-licensing class to get their license on these calls?
Depends on the rules in your state, really. You know, you want to just make sure you're complying with the rules of your state. You know, we always have to be identifying ourselves as realtors when we are licensed, right? And it's all about, you know, keeping customers safe and consumer protection. So we certainly don't want to get off on the wrong foot by deceiving anybody or keeping information to ourselves. So I would just say, I think if you're just kind of trying to connect to people and say, hey, like, hey, you know, this is what I'm doing, and you're having a really organic conversation, and sort of reigniting some relationships in anticipation that you're going to be licensed soon, I think that's probably fine. That would be my opinion. I'm not a broker, and I can't speak for the state of New Hampshire, so definitely check for your state's rules. So that would be my thinking. What do you guys think?
I agree. I think that that's the best way to do it is, again, start reaching out. And, you know, I know we can't do coffee necessarily everywhere. You can do it some places outside, etc., if you're comfortable. But the fact is just connecting with people. I mean, when COVID started, I talked to my college roommates I hadn't seen in years because I was just checking in to see how they were doing. Actually, nothing to do with business, right? Of course, they asked me about business, but the fact is, I was just checking in. So just start checking in. Like, I haven't talked to you since this all started. How are you doing? Just check in. Right. But you cannot ask for business. That's the
right.
Yeah, I would
until you have a license.
I would argue if you're part of this call right now, you probably are licensed, or you're in the midst of you're waiting on your license to get delivered, you're about to take your test, or you're perilously close to finishing the class. If it's any of those, you probably have a great relationship with somebody at a market center, and I would send the business in that direction. You know, to Erin's point and Lorna's point, we certainly don't want you guys doing something illegal in real estate before you even get here. That would be that would be the crux of everything Gary doesn't want this class to be. At the same time, we don't want you to, I don't want, if it comes up like, hey, what's going on right now? We were just talking about this in our breakout group. There's so much turbulence in the job market that natural conversation, what are you doing for work? If you're sharing that, hey, I just got my license and I'm about to step away, because most people are stepping into a real estate industry to step away from an industry in which there wasn't really, like, if I worked at Liberty Mutual, I probably couldn't get one more person to buy some insurance from us that was going to directly impact my family. So I'm going to start to skate away from that and skate to the puck that is real estate. And if I can say, hey, I'm taking my test next week. I know I've chosen Market Center X in New England at Keller Williams, and I've got some great friends over there. If you do have a need, I can put you in a relationship with a great agent. That's where I would go, right, to be of service. Because the last thing I want is for them to be like, oh, you said you hadn't finished your test yet, and blah, blah, blah. So I went over to this other brokerage. That would make me want to eat my face and jump out of a first floor window, which we don't want that to happen either. No. We want you guys to keep your faces, stay inside, and sell real estate legally.
Yep.
Yeah, right. Keep it legal.
Yes, yes.
One of the things I found in the breakout room that I popped in was the need to instantly go off script, right?
Yes.
In minor ways. So on the new to Keller Williams script, the script says, I'd like to share my free real estate app with you. And the person script practicing said, can I share my real estate app with you? So these scripts are written very purposeful. So the reason it's written, I'd like to share my real estate app with you instead of can I share, right, is because can I share is giving them an instant no thank you option. So you don't really want to give them that no thank you option. You just want to say, hey, you know what, I'd like to share my app with you. Would that be okay? They're a lot less likely to say no.
Yeah.
So stick with the scripts as much as you can and then make them your own, but keep in mind how it's written, and everything is written in there for a reason.
Right. And it's, again, it's not written to sound like you. So when you say with that limiting belief, it doesn't sound like me, you're right. It's not meant to sound like you. Practice, 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 practice. I was telling the group that I was with that I practiced my first day in 2012 with Jen Bovey leading Ignite, and I practiced my my script. I called my mother, and you know, you call your people that you're comfortable with, right? People that aren't going to make you feel uncomfortable or laugh. What did my mother do? My mother laughed at me. I was fine with it because I know it sounded funny with me saying it, and I was okay with that. So embrace that, and you will grow from it, I promise. What we're going to do now is, I believe a majority, all of you should be muted. So what you're going to do now is you're going to actually make some phone calls. You're going to pick up your phone, and you're going to dial. Maybe it's your mother. Maybe it's your sister, your husband, your girlfriend, your wife, whatever it is, your partner. You're going to pick up your phone, and you're going to dial. And you're going to have a conversation. You're going to use one of those scripts that we showed you. And if that doesn't work for you, then have a conversation with the person and get their, who was it? Lorna or Erin said, or Tim said, just have the conversation, get their email address, check on their family, do a forward script, something really, really simple. Just get used to doing this. So you're going to have about 20 minutes to do some phone calls, and then I'm going to stop it. We're going to come back and we're going to talk about some of the ahas and the recap from your phone calls. So does everybody have, and do you have any questions before you start making your phone calls? If you don't have the script book, find it on the KW Ignite page or in the chat message. And if you're not licensed, just have a conversation with somebody. Okay? And Jen, thank you, Jen. Jen posted the script book again in the chat message, so you can always open it up and read from it. All righty. The other thing is, you stay on camera. Don't go hiding. Don't put your name up there. Stay on camera. So if you've gone off, come back on. Okay? No, this is a no judgment zone.
Yeah, don't overthink it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first time I ever made a call was to my dad in a bold room, and he gave me 3 referrals. So just call whoever.
Erin's dad gives her referrals. My mother laughs at me. Oh well. All right, everybody. Make sure you're muted, stay on camera, and good luck. If you have any questions, put them in the chat, and hopefully the 4 coaches here will, 5 including Jen, will be able to answer any questions you have.
I just got this off of Facebook.
Just make sure you're muted.
The Spark thing.
No, there's a script book from Facebook.
Hello, Heidi, Kelly.
Hi, Jen. It's Heidi with Keller Williams Realty. How are you?
Fabulous. How are you?
I'm doing good. Do you have a few seconds to chat?
Sure thing.
Great. How's the family doing?
They're doing great.
Oh, love to hear it. And how is that beautiful daughter of yours?
Getting big fast.
Yeah, I can understand that. So, how's the job going? You've taken on quite a bit with regional and everything. Is that still going well?
Yeah, I definitely spread my wings here, but I love it. I'm able to help more people now and get in front of people. It's been a challenge with work-life balance, which I'm sure a lot of people have.
Yeah.
But, it's been great.
Good. Glad to hear it. And you fitting in some time for golfing and some vacations?
Well, vacations are kind of out of the question right now with everything going on, which I am sad about because I do miss them. Golf, the golf courses are happy I'm not out there.
I can understand that. They would be with me too. So Jen, did you ever achieve that dream of becoming the real estate company that ate Rhode Island, and everybody is now a Keller Williams agent?
Still working on it,
Still
but
working on
we're building our Disney for sure.
Awesome. That's great. So I'm glad we connected, and I just wanted to share a little bit of information with you, a little bit of news. I have a dream this year to grow my real estate business, and I'd like to be able to help 20 families this year get into the home of their dreams. And as you know, I'll do whatever it takes to help people. And I'm hoping I can count on you to help me reach my goal.
Oh, of course, Heidi, you know how much I think of you. So, and thank you for all your help that you gave us in the past. So I absolutely have been talking real estate with so many people that have changed their thoughts on where they're living. The big challenge is, though, they don't know where to go, even if they did sell their house.
Yeah, I understand that. What I have been telling my clients is it's kind of hard when you're stuck in this catch-22. You're a seller, but you don't have a place to go as a buyer. And what I'm instructing them is the more that we can get the sellers to understand, the more that they open up and put the homes on the market, that's going to open up more homes for them to buy.
Yeah, I totally get that too. I'm worried that even if I list my house, I have no idea where I'd go.
Yeah. So I think having an idea as to where you're going to go and seeing what's available on the market. You also have, as a seller, you do have the contingency that you have to find suitable housing before closing on the sale of your house. So you're not going to be homeless.
Oh, that's a good idea. I didn't think of that.
Yeah, we don't want to see you having to live out of Evie's little car that she drives. That's just not enough room.
Yes, definitely not enough room.
Yeah.
Or we should chat about it then.
That sounds good. That sounds very good.
Great.
So, break script here. I just wanted to call and laugh with you.
Great job. Hey guys, keep making your calls. I want to talk to Shepherd if he's still here. Shepherd? Are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
Let's role play that. Tell me how that went. I'll be you and you be.
Are you there? Keep blues. Are you there?
Yeah, I think
No.
we keep getting muted.
Okay. So you're going to be the person I call?
Yes.
Okay. Hello, okay, ring ring.
Hello.
Hello, this is Shepherd Luce. How have you been?
Great, Shepherd. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. How is your family?
They are wonderful. Thank you.
That's awesome. Are you still working at Keller Williams?
I am.
And how's that going for you?
It's going great. It's been busy and hectic and crazy, but it's been wonderful.
So COVID hasn't caused any slowness in the business, huh?
Well, hasn't caused any slowness, but it definitely has caused a lot of craziness behind the scenes, but it's all good.
I see.
How
So
can I
what
help
do
you?
what do you do for in your free time? I mean, I don't really know how to deal with the are you still enjoying if you don't know what that is.
Are you still enjoying? It's okay.
It says, yeah, are you enjoying? Yeah, what is that? So,
So the reason I wanted to connect was because you said something that somebody was giving you objection to giving an email or an address.
yes, I role played with my daughter and she told me that she didn't want to give me her address. So I was like, oh, okay. Because she was trying to throw me a curveball. So
Yeah, of course. So if you're calling someone you know and they say, well, you know, I just don't feel comfortable giving you my address, I would want to know why. I would ask a couple more questions on, you know, I'm so sorry you feel that way. I don't plan on sending you any kind of junk mail. Is that, you know, is that your experience in the past? So I
right.
would ask a couple more questions as to why they feel that they don't want to share their address or email with you.
Okay. And she also said she wasn't gonna that she had no interest in changing her address or anything like that. So I did respond with the rest of the script with, do you know anybody else?
Right. Perfect. That's perfect.
Hmm.
And you know, a lot of people are going to say, I'm not interested right now. And say, you know what, completely understand that when you are, please, you know, have them give me a call or you could give me a call. So, all right, I'm going to go back on mute. I just wanted to
Okay.
touch.
All right, great. Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you.
All right, everybody, it is 5 minutes of. I was a little late. I was doing some script practice. So for those of you that are not on the call, or not on a call, unmute. Tell us how you did. What were your feelings? What were your thoughts? How did the people respond on the other end?
I got a lot of voicemails.
A lot of voicemails?
Yeah, I feel like a lot of my friends don't really talk on the phone that much anymore. A lot of them are texters.
Yeah, yeah. So we see that a lot with generations. My generation, we like to talk on the phone, a lot of voicemails. So you can still do text, and then you may not be texting everything verbatim. So you may just even say to them, if you're doing these script practice calls, hey, can we have a phone call where I can literally practice this with you?
Like,
And then with me, I got a lot of
two
voice.
people text me after I called them instead of calling back.
I can remember one of my agents saying, yeah, I called somebody and they wanted to know what the emergency was. Because I never call. It's always a text. So they thought it was an emergency. Yeah. Yep. Lot of texters. Right. So work with it. Go with it.
Heidi, I know everybody's going to argue that everybody wants to text. Nobody even wants to leave. Like my mom will always be like, did you listen to my voicemail? No, I called you back. Anyway, that aside, we love to tell ourselves that everyone wants to text and nobody wants to talk. And here's, my math might be a little bit off. It's pretty close. And remember this, and this is why Gary on down the line will tell us all that we should be on the phone. We are most influential when we're on the phone. And the three categories are 7% of our effectiveness is the words that we choose. About 43% of our effectiveness is the tonality in which we say those words. And then 50% is body language. So we have half of our power when we are actually talking to them, right? If you get them to a Zoom call, now you've got everything. If you're face to face, again, you've got everything. When we're texting, how many times have you got a text from somebody and you can't tell what the tonality is,
Yes.
right? And you're reading the text, there's no emotion. And again, logic makes them think, emotion makes them act. When they can hear the passion in your voice, when they can hear the care in your voice, we will get further down the road. We'll have better conversations with people. So we have to just desensitize ourselves to the fact that nobody wants to talk on the phone. People aren't talking on the phone because we got away from it. And in our industry, and I would argue in any sales industry, to be effective, to make people feel the two things that matter, to feel heard and cared for, we need to connect with them. But using our voice and hearing them talk. Too much gets lost in translation via text. People have broken up because they read the text the wrong way, you know. And you know, somebody cuts you off in traffic and you say, hey, you. A really cute girl texts you and says, hey, you. That's two different things, right? Right. So like, hey, you and hey, you are two very different things. You're either getting hit on or cut off in traffic. And it all has to do with tonality. So please be aware our voices are really powerful.
And another important thing about that, guys, is think about the fact, like Tim said, they can't see you when you're on the phone, right? So make sure you're smiling. If you guys test it out, listen to yourself when you're not smiling and then listen to yourself when you're smiling. Your voice comes across very different. And be enthusiastic. Don't be monotone. Be excited and enthusiastic because all that's going to go through the phone. And when you're just dealing with the phone, you need to really be focused on that.
Great point, Paula. Stand up too. If you can stand up, your energy just goes up.
Absolutely.
You get more air in your lungs. You're moving. If you can stand up, stand up.
Yep. So I'm going to challenge everybody here.
Could I say something?
When they're off, wait a minute, Vilma, I'm going to challenge everybody here. When they're off this call, everybody has a mirror in the house, the bathroom, the bedroom. Go and read the script in front of the mirror and see how you sound. Watch your facial expressions. Watch your tonality. Then turn your back to the mirror and read it. There's a difference. It might be huge. It might be very subtle, but practice it in front of the mirror. It sounds a little awkward, especially if somebody's home in your house, but it can be really fun. So, all right, Vilma.
Nowadays, instead of texting, you can also use the voice. I've been doing that. Because I don't like texting neither. But when I sometimes, most of the times, I do the voice because I feel the same way. The tonality and everything that we say is easy for me to talk than text. That's why I use it.
Yep. So Jen's got in the chat a fun way to start a conversation on Facebook. Try posting this. How old were you when you bought your first house? How much was it? And how much did you sell it for? So that'll get a conversation going. Yep. So I want to share just some of the posts that we're getting here about making these calls. So some of the things that I'm getting is, so somebody got a lot of hangups. Then they texted her and said, what do you want? We can't be responsible for the way some people respond. They're saying they got some really good responses. Two of their friends, one moved out of state and they're looking for a referral. And another friend is looking for a new place to rent. Somebody else got a lead from a friend that she hasn't spoken with in a long time, and she approached it as checking in due to COVID. So Adele got an appointment for Thursday. Woohoo, Adele. Awesome. Great job. Somebody spoke with a former neighbor and she asked what she could do, but then she was happy to hear her news about being in real estate. And she referenced that she knew that she worked in a town near her agency and said that she would be glad to let the agent know of any colleagues that are looking for any sort of assistance in real estate. So that was great. So before we sign off here, how was your first Ignite? You can unmute. You don't have to do anything in chat anymore. Gonna come back tomorrow? I know Paul.
It was amazing.
Yes.
I will be back.
Great experience.
Awesome. So your
Thank you,
homework is
everyone.
daily
Thank
10-4
you.
today. Do your daily 10-4.
4.
Okay?
Thank you.
People you already spoke with, write their names down. Send note cards to them.
No
Coming
cards.
command. All right, everyone? It was great having you on here. Paula, Lorna, Erin, Tim and I, and Jen Bovey especially, we thank you all very, very much. And we're so excited to be on this Regional Ignite journey with you. Have a wonderful day and take massive action.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye.
It was a pleasure.
Tomorrow.
Bye.
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 Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Paula, are you coming on the 1 o'clock? The regional
I
PC?
plan on it, yeah.
Good, okay. I will, Erin, I'll see you in a little bit.
All right.
See you in a little bit.
Bye.
Bye.